Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Home Cooking with KOS. Well, today I'm making for you jerk chicken thighs stuffed with mushrooms, peppers, carrots, ginger, and garlic. Come have a look. So first, I'm gonna lightly season my chicken thighs. As you can see, I've actually bought the chicken thighs with skin on and bones in, and I've actually deboned and taken the skin off myself. So there you go. It's nicely cleaned up, washed in lemon juice and vinegar. So just gonna add a little bit of salt. Then I'm gonna follow that by some jerk seasoning. And I'm also gonna add some liquid seasoning. Followed by a wee bit of tarragon. So I'm also gonna add some jerk seasoning to the mix. So this is really going to add some heat to my chicken. I won't put too much in it. As you can see, it's about just about a teaspoon worth that's going in, and that's enough. I'm now going to put my hand in a bag and I'm going to rub this in properly. Probably season it and leave it aside for a couple of hours. In this case, I'm probably going to leave it aside for about an hour, just so the seasoning actually soak in. Now, as you can see, I've just put some slight incisions on my chicken thighs just to make sure the seasoning goes into those cavities. Okay, now I'm going to chop my vegetables that will be the stuffing for my chicken thighs. So in my stuffing at the moment, I've got mushroom, I've got carrots, peppers, oregano, thyme, and now garlic. And now I'm also going to add a bit of lemon juice, just for some acidity. And that's basically the stuffing for my chicken thighs. So let me recap what's in it. Mushrooms, carrots, peppers, fresh thyme, garlic. Right, so it's time for us to start stuffing our chicken thighs. This is going to be the trickiest part of the process. So what you'll need to help you to complete this process is you'll need to get yourself some toothpick, or if you have strings that you can use to tie the thigh together just to make sure the stuffing all stays in, then please do so. In this situation, I'm using these toothpick like bits of wood, and this hopefully I'm hoping will help to hold the stuffing in place. So here goes. So here I've got a chicken thigh, one that I seasoned earlier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of leaves of spinach, and I'll just rest that on the inner part of the thigh, and that will become almost like my netting to hold the stuffing in place. Then I will pack some of my stuffing into my chicken thigh. That's probably about enough. And this is the tricky bit. I'm going to take one side and I'm going to roll this side whilst holding in my stuffing in place. I want to make sure these overlap. There's a bit of an overlap between. Right, so this one is going to be tricky because you can see the stuffing's already peeping through the bottom. Now, I'm almost going to act almost as a doctor. Now I'm going to start almost stitching back the chicken thigh. As I said, this is the most tricky part of the meal, and this bit is very fiddly. So I hope you're comfortable holding and touching meat like this. So there you are. That's my first stuffed chicken thigh. I'll then just move this and rest it there. Onto another. Right, so here you go. This is all my chicken thighs now stuffed and not looking very appetizing at this moment in time, but I promise you, once these are cooked, it will be worth all the effort. Okay, so the first stage, we're gonna fry off our chicken. So we're just gonna put it in the pan and get them brown before they go into the oven to finish cooking. We'll come back and check in later. So as you can see, my chicken's taking on a nice color. We'll go first. It will be a bit tricky with all these sticks hanging out. But we'll just brown them to the best we can. So after about 10 minutes of frying, flipping it from side to side, the chicken's now taking on a nice color, as you can see. So I'll be taking these out in about another minute or so, placed on a baking tray and going straight in the oven. So here you go, after 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes of frying. So these are now ready to go in the oven. So after about 10 minutes in the oven, this is what it looks like. And we're just gonna baste these really, just to make sure they stay nice and moist. That's my stuffed jerk chicken thigh with spinach, garlic, mushrooms, carrots, and pepper.